na Konnah Sesay, and today the camera waka with you for witness as the sick Piken project. When are the project where they foresee that them help Piken them with sick issues them na salon where most of the times them problem they not mend in na salon yaso. They update the press today about waiting at the way forward for two Piken them where the sick Piken projects don't they look inside the matter so far. Let we enter inside the conference room now and witness the press conference.
Information is power, and on a regular basis, whenever we're sending children away or when we're receiving new sets of children who are coming for back from India after their surgery, we'll always provide an update to the media, also using the media as the conduit to reach the general populace. So as it is right now, we are very grateful and happy to be here because two of our beneficiaries will be leaving today. Immediately after the press conference, they will cross over to the Leone area, and then tomorrow morning they will be at the airport for their departure in the morning. And so the two children who are leaving today is right by me here is Hawa Sesay, who actually had a bike accident sometime around March. You will hear the testimonies from the father or the caregiver. But it was an unfortunate situation because it caused a lot of pelvic and internal damage, which led to fistula-related complication. That's how I has been going through since that period. And it happened in Konnah. We actually found out about the case almost 6 months ago, and we've been struggling and battling to be able to raise resources. And now we have the resources, and as part of our transparent engagement, how we believe in, and we will continue to provide updates via our Facebook page on the Sick Piken Project International on Facebook and all through the other means that we could. Additionally, we have baby Sylvia, who, as you will see from our eye, has what medical doctors call neurofibromatosis type 2, which is a complication that leads to a lot of difficulties, but including the deformation that you see already on our eye. We're taking her for a proper medical re-examination to be able to ascertain very well. Because of the level of complexity that involves, at this initial stage, we're not able to confirm vividly what can be done, but we're taking her to the hospital where we can do a thorough and a comprehensive review, so that once the review is completed, then the doctors will be able to make a determination of the kind of surgery that we could do. So these are the two cases we're sending today, and we're very grateful to the Ministry of Health and Sanitation for the support, because both cases were actually being provided with bulk from the Ministry of Health and Sanitation. So we're very thankful to the government of Sierra Leone and the Ministry of Health, and our very many donors, as Father prayed. These very different donors have actually been able to provide the support for us that is enabling us to be able to provide the needed support for these children. I will use this opportunity to provide a quick small update on the children that are currently in India. Successfully, all three that went with the congenital heart related issues have gone through their surgeries, and they are recuperating, and we're prayerful that God's grace and divine mercy will continue to be upon them. Thank you very much.
Project, and also the government of Sierra Leone and donor partners. Of course, we are very happy for receiving this blessing from the Sick Piken Project, because we've noticed this deformity with Sylvia at the initial age of 2. It started first with, normally we call it Apollo, and it continued to get worse, We tried all that we could to salvage the situation, but to no avail. And currently, the situation is also affecting our performance. He normally comes to school after school. He normally complains that Daddy, I'm not interested in going to school because they call me bossy eye, they call me this name, In other words, school has become an intolerable place for her to continue to go in. And in that situation, it's demotivating for her, for her to continue to go to school. So I think we are very happy with access to the Sick Piken Project. By God's grace, our child will be receiving, going to India to receive further medical attention, and we hope by God's grace she will return with proper health. We are very appreciative, and we hope to continue to pray as a family. We've been going through a lot. Just imagine you have a child normally you send her to school, but unless you have to pamper her every morning, you have to pamper her to go to school because of the stigmatization in the school. Normally, we do normally go to the school to talk to the teachers, to at least caution the other people not to be calling our names, but this thing continues and it has affected, her performance, it affects even her schooling. But thank God today with the Sick Pikin project, we hope by God's grace we started seeing light at the end of the tunnel, and we hope Sylvia will receive her healing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much.
I greet you all. My name is Konnah Hawa Sesay for me day. The wife we are married in big sister in Piken. So for me then in Kennedy. On the 24th of March last year, Hawa Sesay been involved in an accident in the school. We take her and go to hospital. The doctors them not even know what to do. So after one day, the other day they say, well, this case they beyond them. So past the effort we found in Africa. They first select Aberdeen women, but later they say no because of the condition with the bikini, because they say you get a fractures pelvic. So we come, then we will refer a paper for Konnah Hospital. But on my way, I say, well, if this is the case, since it involves bone, the best way we can go, let we go emergency hospital. So we can't go to emergency hospital. You know, they did it, they able to treat that pelvic day. So because of we get complication, they go wet for insect. They take this matter and go to Dr. TB Camara na Waterloo Street. So all this while, TB Camara be they attend to the Pikin. After I don't did it for 3-4 months, TB Camara get for say finally say, well, the case how in case stay, you don't say if for referral. I say, okay, who say for referral? They're not able to tell me exactly. Say if we get somebody overseas, ain't go make a referral paper. I say, okay, if that is so, you say, not a problem. So we get for go home, we get for courage. I say, well, once life day, hopefully, I go use other method for them to approach to this with this. So myself, I go as I reach back Kennedy, I go straight on Facebook. I bring her one issue, cry for help. 2-3 people call me. I explain to them, but I'm still not go anywhere. So I talk to one Safa Moribana Kenema, then come, they will do interview for let them plan news. Then one, 2 people come on board. In fact, one man in England take the challenge, say, well, anyone send our Ghana. So we do on that process, but still the process been that slow. I call a friend, we na SL new blog. I said, but this is not a problem. I want to come make what is for me now. So instead of taking time, you go meet me. You know, instead of make a video, we call them. If I will do that, what is now, we send them through in page. People then come in. Then from there now, somebody call. Then even give me this money, you know, by Mr. Charles to make a contact. You know, so straight away, Mr. Now it's time. I call him. I explain the problem. He say, okay, no problem, Mr. Can I say, well, since you don't explain the problem, what you want for let we know. Try for let we get the medical paper from Dr. Camara. I say, okay. Straight from there, I come collect the medical paper from Dr. Camara. I forward them to him. So from there now, all this while, they don't assure me. Although, however, every month, the problem is too much. The sickness is very small for that kind of pain there. I can still every month, I call to this man, this now a problem and this now a challenge. To the extent they even send money to me for them to be able to do other things they overdid for just more let we able change the catheter panel. And so we don't depend this December month, the Kennedy hospital, they tell we say, let we not care how I go in another hospital. So how in case it's serious. But thank God, Mr. Charles and myself me on commitment, I hit hard on him anyway. Call him until we don't reach to this point today. As we reach out so today, I tell him thank you, I tell Papa God thank you. You see, waiting they don't do for we Piken, or waiting that they do for we Piken, we always will remember them. Thanks everybody. Then lastly, I'm not going to sit down and not apologize to them because of the delays. You know, we delay, but not to by default. Really. We're really sorry.
The coach in a government hospital, the recovery hospital, emergency hospital, in one people, the main day, they refer me to Dr. Timi Camara. Timi Camara tell me say name will pass the referral. So we go back to Kenya. People na Kalima. Any month I go for go change the catheter. One day na day I go. When they open the place, catheter don't eat inside the pit. So na day they tell we say don't come back na free time. Don't come back, we go emergency. They say they don't be able. Na day Mr. Charles send me na about the women's center. Na day I be there and tell the place go wet small.
So like which year this accident?
2021.
In March.
You still get hope, you get vision, you get plan for both school?
Yes, I get plan for go school.
How you dey feel when you don't sit down this long, you need to go to school with this condition?
I need
Surgery was estimated for $8,000 at this stage. But as you know, many times they do they get conditions then where the estimate not just a medical, what we call a cost guide for who can use, but then cost guide and they can sometimes even multiply or even by 2 or sometimes by 3, you know. So we don't also be there in those situations that they plenty time where the cost can end up for go so high that we're not even able to handle them. But we are very grateful, like as the coordinator say, but in women they don't help. We also not for only keep power and able for stabilize them, but also they're not able for share with we the young medical examination. We are the most recent medical examination where we already don't forward to the hospital in India. We go enable for make the able for use that they for determine, you know, and then when our reach they also go for do their own examination. And we're prayerful that after that examination it will be something where the price not will significantly change, because it can be very difficult many times for them to raise resources. As for example, right now, Abdullah Usman is surgery originally about $19,800, but we don't end up for incur another fresh $1,600 because of the level of complication. But not only that, also the term will be estimated for it in India. The doctor then be asked for it. We add 2 more months from the term we will be actually planned for it. So all that they add to the challenges, because we go for me, so we go for pay provide feeding for 1 more month, for 2 more months, and also accommodation for 2 more months. That the condition actually be one way we go for handle, you know, comprehensively. However, if for any reason we're not able for, we will see what we're able to do as a project. But if it reaches to that kind of extreme case of we not being able to do anything at the given time, we will get for bring our car, because then a discussion we will get together with the family for make we all understand. We are very prayerful and hopeful, yeah, that it will be something for handle, because the reality now that we don't see many cases then and many complex situations then whose side will not be able to handle their cases that they will require so much more money. And right now we're cash tight. You know, when we get enough resources, it's easy for we to do the needful. But when we don't have, that is a major challenge for me. So that the reason that we make no one for you know, tell anything we know they out of power to the public and give a false confidence or false hope. But we believe with God in grace, say we will able to make a mark and we will be impactful, as the daddy say. That's our prayer, and we continue to do the needful. Many times they don't get conditions where the doctors then don't see now, and when they can go, because of the advanced level, it can actually be a little bit different, and that difference they now we want in a positive way.